Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to another government scheme session. So the scheme that we are covering today is Pradhan Mantri Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises. And why have we chosen this particular scheme? Because see, it was mentioned in your PIB. The news, it talks about convergence of three important schemes. One is your Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, second was your Kisan Sampada, and third is this one. The first two we have already covered. So if you want to know more about the scheme of the two that I am talking about, so the link of that you can find in the description box below. And today we are going to focus on this particular scheme. See, the last one, in the last session that we covered, the Kisan Sampada, that talks about that how the government it is focusing on establishing more and more enterprises for food processing, right? The food processing enterprises, about clusters, this was the main focus and objective of Kisan Sampada. But what about the pre-existing enterprises, right? Because okay, the new enterprises will be set up so that the food that is wasted, it does not get wasted. But what about the such enterprises which are already existing, right? So their capacity building, more technology needs to be added, more financial assistance should be given to them so that this industry can also flourish, right? So for that, this particular scheme, it came into existence. And if I talk about this particular sector, the micro food processing enterprise that is existing now, so see, 25 lakh enterprises that are related to food processing, they are unorganized. Okay, so what does unorganized and organized mean? So see, unorganized, there not much facility are there, no such rules are there for the employee, right? And no more facilities that are there in organized sector, that is not present in that. Okay, so 25 lakh enterprises, they are unorganized. But if we talk about employment, so 74% of employed people which are related to this industry, they belong to unorganized sector only, right? So we are looking at that how major chunk of the people, they are working in this sector, and that is why this particular sector, it needs to be uplifted. It needs to be added with more technology and more skills so that they have more revenue, so that people they can earn more under this particular sector, right? So see, this scheme here, the term formalization, it plays a major role, right? So what does formalization means? Formalization, it means talking about converting this unorganized sector into organized sector, right? Making this sector formal, and that is why this formalization is there. So PM, formalization, that is making these sectors organized, okay, of micro food processing enterprises. Okay, so I hope the basic idea of this scheme, it is clear. And now let's understand the dynamic that are asked in your examination. So the launch year of the scheme is 2020, and this also, like Sampada, falls under the Ministry of Food Processing and Industries. All right. Now talking about the aim, so aim that we have a little bit idea now we have. So here we are talking about enhance the competitiveness of existing individual micro enterprises. So here we are focusing on such enterprises which already exist, which are in this business, but to improve their competitiveness, okay, in the unorganized segment of the food processing industry, and to promote formalization of the sector, okay, so making it more organized. Also, it will support the FPOs, SHGs and producer corporation along their entire value chain. So value chain we have already understood. So from farm gate till it is it is provided to the consumer, there are various steps, and each step there should be proper transportation, where proper value addition that should be there in the supply chain, right? So everything will be taken care under this particular scheme. Type, it is center sponsored. What does it mean? That the share, it will be, the funding will be shared between the center and the state, okay. And the funding, it is for center and state, it is 60:40. For northeastern states, it is 90% will be given by center government, while 10% will be given by the state government, right? So here see what happened when the first funding was given. At that time, it was wholly given by the center government. But what was the basic idea behind that? That first year only the central government will give, but after the next year, that money will be adjusted in the funding pattern, okay. So you can say it is center sponsored scheme only. However, the first time the center government give, but for the next 4 years, what it did, it will adjust the money, right? So this is what the basic idea behind this particular division is. Now talking about budget, so that is rupees 10,000 crore, that is for 2020-21 to 24-25 time period. Now let's see some of the objectives of the scheme. So see, the first one, it is to increase in access to finance by micro food processing units. Okay, because if they have more finance, they will be able to purchase more technology, they would be able to purchase more skill, the skilled labor, right? So that is why here the first objective is to access to finance. Next is increase in revenues of target enterprises. So of course here the enterprises which will be taken care under this particular scheme, their revenue will also be increased, right? So because ultimately what is the aim of the government? That is to increase the revenue of the enterprise as well as to provide with better livelihood opportunities to the employee who are working in this sector. Next is enhanced compliance with food quality and safety standards. So here it's not vaguely just increasing the size of the enterprise, but to increase the food quality and the safety standards also, and strengthening capacities of support system. Okay, capacities of support system means the one is main focusing on what product you are making. Now apart from that, whatever the side things, the back end work that is being done to strengthen that as well. Okay, apart from that, there are more objectives. Transition from unorganized sector to the formal sector, that we have already understood, and it is present in the name itself. Special focus is on women enterprise and aspirational districts, and focus in on minor forest producing tribal districts, because see here, here the product that they form, they can fetch a really good income to the people, and that is why this minor forest produce in tribal district, here the focus will be given. Now let's look at some of the key features. So the first one, it talks about coverage of 2 lakh enterprises over 5 years from 2021 to 24-25. So here the aim, now they have said that we will at least cover 2 lakh enterprises under this scheme for in the 5-year time period. Next is one district, one product approach. So usually what does it mean? See, certain areas they have some speciality. For example, best example could be Agra ka petha, you must have heard, right? So here what is done under one district, one product approach, that whichever district it is famous for something, okay, so that particular whatever be the capacity building or whatever be the investment that will be done, so that will be done on that particular product, because that will fetch them good money in terms of because see, that particular district would be specialized in that particular thing, right? So of course that would give them more profit than any other product that would form, that is common all around the India, right? So this is one district, one product approach. Now here money will also be given, of course, because how the enterprise is going to grow. So credit link capital subsidy will be given. So here we are talking about subsidy will be given by the government on the credit that will be taken by the enterprise. Here at the rate 45% of eligible project cost, whatever be the eligible project cost, of that 35% will be given by the government. But here it is a ceiling also. What does it mean? That it's not like that you can take any amount of loan and of that 35% government will give. It will give 35%, but here is also a ceiling of 10 lakh per unit. That per unit up to 10 lakh or at 35%, whichever is lower, that will be given by the government. Next is capacity building and research. So research and skill training will also be given to the enterprises. There are some other key features. So similar, seed capital means, what is seed capital? This is the first money as an investment that is given. So that is at 40,000 per SHG member that will be provided for working capital for the day-to-day work and for the purchase of small tools that will be given. Then FPOs, SHGs and producer cooperatives would be provided with credit link grant of 35% of capital investment along with the value chain. So similarly, for individual enterprise, we have that for the groups also. And then support for marketing and branding will be provided, okay, and it would be with 50% grant at state and regional level that will be given, okay. So not only they will be promoted to expand their enterprise to make formalized, but here we are also focusing on marketing and branding of that one product, one district, one product, okay. So here for that 50% of the grant that will be given, and additional support of 5 lakh will be given for the daily progress report for proposal of branding and marketing, right? So to keep on check about the marketing and branding, if it is done properly or not. So for that 5 lakh will be made available from the state nodal agency for preparing the daily report progress. Okay, what is the progress in this branding and marketing of the FPO SHG cooperatives? Okay, that is being done. So this was all about, this is a very short scheme, and this was all that you needed to know. And here now rest of the news that was there on the 21st September, that is there. So in that, this agriculture infrastructure fund we have already covered, you can watch it. This we have covered today, and the Kisan Sampada we did in our last session. Okay, so they have now been converged for the better distribution of the money. And these are the topics of the last session. I asked a homework about the Minister of the food processing industry, and in that Konika, Vardhaman and Nishan, they said the right answer. So kudos to them. And that is all in this video. So if you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe to it, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this lecture. Okay, and yeah, that is all in this video. So if you want me to cover any scheme, you can let me know, and if you have any doubt, any query, you can always write it down. Thank you.